Good afternoon. This is another wonderful time we get to meet here on Meet Your Athlete. My name is Alex Karianke. It's another wonderful time. We're glad to host one of the great athletes in this world. Guess who we have today? This is none other than Santiago Sanz, a Spanish international who's been competing in different Paralympic games, and he has been participating in the last four Paralympics games, and he went on to retire after the 2016 Paralympic games. And we have him today. He will be telling us more about himself, and thank you for joining us today. Welcome to our show, Santiago, and kindly give us an introduction about yourself and tell us a bit about what you came to do here in Kenya and many other things about yourself. Welcome.
All right, thank you so much for inviting me. First of all, my name is Santiago. I live in Spain, and I have studied sports science degree, finishing now my doctorate in sport physiology, based on cardiocirculatory responses in altitude training. And I was professional athlete since 2003. And last year in November, I ended up my international career at Oita International Marathon in Japan. And right before that marathon, one of the athletes that I coach from Kenya, Josephat Kiptis, contacted me for he to start or be part of my training system, and we start to work with him as far as Sami Kigen, another marathon athlete from Haiti, starting to be in my system from March, right after he won Rabat Marathon. So my goal here in my first visit in Iten was, of course, knowing the avenues where they train, the reality of this country, because it's totally different to mine, understand a bit more the culture, and not only trying to transfer some new training conceptions from my side, also trying that I have had some other nice races, like for instance Oita Marathon 2007, that I set the course record. So the group was all together till 36K, and then I just took off. So the difference between me and the second guy was only like 40 seconds. So it was a very hard marathon till the end.
And why did you just decide to retire after the 2016 Paralympic Games, and you did a marathon that was your last? It was your last experience in marathon events. Why did you come to that conclusion that this is the time to retire now?
Because I was training very tough. I have been training sometimes 3 times per day, 20 times per week, 580 sessions per year. That's crazy. More than 10,000 kilometers. I mean, here I'm not training nothing in Iten. For me, I'm just jogging now compared to what I was doing. And it was a very tough 14 years in my career. So once you have lost the motivation to, waking up and train in the morning, going home, rest, train in the afternoon. So it was about losing my motivation. Anyways, this year I went to London Marathon, and I stayed in the leading pack till 30K. And then, of course, I dropped because I was not training as my rivals. But I still training good every day, staying fit, that I like. But it's not anymore that motivation to train like a monster every day, because it's difficult to explain. But being a professional athlete is not easy. It's something that you need a big motivational brain to do all what you have to do in the day, and so
Okay, great. This is Meet Your Athlete, continuing here on KTS TV. My name is Alex Karianke, and we are coming to you from Kelu Research Center. This is in Iten, Elgeyo Marakwet County. This is a place where it hosts both local and international visitors here, and mostly coming here athletes, especially when you know that this is the home of champions. This is where a lot of athletes are found, and this is where a place is reserved for you whenever you want to come here to see as you perform your athletes. We are continuing with our program today, and we have, if this is your first time to join us this time, we have Santiago Sanz, a Spanish international a Spanish international athlete who specialized in wheelchair marathon, and he did a lot of very many competitions, and he has very good records. And Santiago, I was going through your website and I saw that you are the first professional wheelchair athlete to you are the first professional wheelchair athlete in Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can you tell us about that? Do you think wheelchair competitions are not very many there, or what could you tell us about that?
No, now it's getting really good.
Yeah.
But you have to consider that when I became professional, it was 2003.
Oh.
So become professional means company pay you for running. So you get contracts, no? Like a sponsorship contract. So companies pay you for running. That's in wheelchair is kind of tough. Now it's tough, but in 2003 it was very tough. So yeah, it was kind of a management work that just finally got that goal that we were having. Yeah.
You've talked of some of the things that a wheelchair athlete could do to achieve greatness. What is the main thing that came from yourself that you think this contributed to my success? What do you think helped you? Just what initiative did you do yourself to come? What effort did you do to yourself, like training, going different places, or what? What did you do?
Yeah, I based my success mostly training in high altitude places before big events. For instance, 1 year I used to do like that. 1 year I went to Seoul half marathon, and then from that place I flew to Arizona. So then I was staying in that place where Bernard Lagat trains. It's called Flagstaff at 2,200 meter altitude, and I was there for 80 days training. While I was training there, I was flying from Arizona to North US to race, for instance, Spokane, Washington to race Bloomsday, back to Arizona, keep training there. Then I was moving to Colorado to train and race there. So basically, my success was based on doing different altitude training camps during the year.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you talking about training in high altitude areas.
Yeah.
Is this your first time to come to Kenya, or you've ever came to train as an athlete?
No, this is my first time in Kenya. My first time in Africa, by the way.
Oh, in Africa.
Yeah.
And you came as a coach, not as an athlete.
Yeah.
Oh, great, amazing.
Yeah.
How did you drive to that conclusion that you need to coach? What came to your mind that you said you need to coach?
Because I was a sports science degree.
Yeah.
I like that. I think I have that feeling that I will be better coach than athlete, because my coaching career will be longer than my other career.
Okay.
Coaching is not easy because, for instance, I'm in University of Elche with my doctoral program, and there are so many variables that we study. For instance, you can imagine that Kip is going to run and he's just running. We don't do like that. We open my computer and we have so many variables of that training session from Kiptis that help us to understand what happens in his body, no?
Yeah.
What is his cardiovascular, his human behavior for different training sessions. So it's not easy.
Okay.
It's about being very accurate. It's different between training and exercise.
Yeah.
Training is a science from a scientific perspective. And that's what this makes grit, that to make easy to understand the response of the athlete to that training. That is a personal view.
Okay. And you came, and currently you are coaching like 3 Kenyan athletes, right?
2.
Or 2?
Only 2,
okay,
yeah.
Sorry, 2 Kenyan athletes. Well, how did you? Can you explain to us how you got? You found them. How did you connect with them? And
It's
you
funny.
said you coach because you
Yeah.
said this is your first time in Africa.
No, it's funny because I was racing in several events.
Yeah.
So one of the athletes I met, Santiago Sanz, is my friend from Lisbon Marathon, because we met a lot of time there. So then he told me, hey, we have few guys, we want to start training, we would like you to. Anyway, we start something, but it was not very serious. But then Kiptis was injured, because he has been like 1.5 years he has had a very low performance because he had so many problems with hamstring issues and, you know, normal injuries that every runner suffer. So then Kiptis contacted me, and we start something, I would say something serious, because the communication with him daily. We did video, and you know, we were talking day by day. But then we met in Prague, and you know, he was there in the half marathon, and you know, his management company support me, so I was there. And then since I came here, everything is much more different, because then all training program was set up. They understand everything. They know how to give me feedback, so it's good. It's just now I'm in Spain, but man, now with a computer, you get all what you need. So it's easy to get all info that you really need for make a really personal training. Because training more than 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, from a point of view of a perspective of scientific approach, is hard, because there are so many variables that makes interfere with athlete performance. So studying one of every variables, one daily, it's tough. It takes a lot of time.
Okay, that has been the first session of Meet Your Athlete with me, Alex Carlanque. We are with Santiago Sanz, a Spanish international. We are taking a very short commercial break, but we will be right back here on time. Don't go away, people. See you soon. Welcome back. This is Meet Your Athlete with me, Alex Carlanque. We are coming to you from Kelu Research Center. This is in Elgeyo Marakwet County. This is a place where people come to reserve to stay here. People from outside the country comes to stay here in order to train here in high altitude area. Today we have one of them here, Santiago Sanz, a Spanish international, is one of those athletes who made through athletics, and specifically wheelchair competitions. He has been competing very well. He won London Marathon in 2014. He is also the first wheelchair person to get a sports science degree in Spain. And he also coached 2 athletes in Kenya and other athletes in Spain and the United States athletes. So he's a great person with us here today. And you coach Sammy Keegan and you also Josephat Kiprop. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think is they are going to achieve very soon, because you are their coach? How do you think of the training and the previous achievement? How do you rate them?
I think both will get in 1 year a really good solid time. I think Sammy can run 2:06 in a fast marathon. You have to consider that, for instance, we went to Moiden and he did 1:38.27 by himself in a solo tempo in 30 kilometers. That's for doing around 2:8 now. but Sammy only have been training 26 weeks in my system. He set a new PB. I was pacing him 44:21 here in 15K, which is a very fast time. And I think he's now getting faster. But next year, if he runs fast marathon, he'll be running 2726 easily, because he has the talent to run easy.
Right.
Then Kiptis is another history, because Kiptis, he's a younger guy, different program, because Sam is marathon, Kiptis half marathon, so totally opposite programs. But at the same time, this year Kiptis in Olomouc, when he was training with me like around 35 weeks, around 32 weeks, he won in Olomouc, not being in top shape, because Kiptis has a lot of injury problems. He started with me last year in October. So 2016 was all about injuries. 2015, after he won Olomouc half marathon, he started to having a lot of hamstring problems. Now there's not any more hamstring problem. I have built a really solid proprioception, strength and conditioning program, even a really nice, interesting resistance program with the University of Elche in Spain. So I think Kiptis now is not peaking, because he needs 6 to 8 months for be really in his top shape for half marathon. But I think this weekend in Czech Republic he'll be running good. He won Olomouc not being in top shape, but Kiptis is a guy who can run 59 flat, of course, and I'm sure that he will get it.
And with you coaching these athletes, both the US, the Spanish athletes and the Kenyan athletes, what is the big challenge and the strength here in Kenya?
Big challenge is we have got different culture.
Yeah.
Big challenge is the commitment to a program. They have to understand that training program is something really serious.
Yeah.
So if they stick there, they're gonna get something fantastic.
Yeah. And what do you think is the you've heard of these always stories saying Kenyan athletes are very nice in running. What do you think is the main difference here that makes Kenyan be good in running because you've coached both Kenyan, the athletes from US, the Spanish athletes, and all those. What do you think is the best advantage Kenyans have here?
It's the way they can bring family good prosperity in future. So they are humble. It's important. An athlete must be humble. Whatever they get, he has to remember that it was got by support of family, support of coach, support of manager, support of physio, support of community. So when you finish your career, you have to bring back that support that you got. For instance, me, I was giving wheelchair to people from South America. No, I have made donations to people who cannot get a wheelchair. So I bought with my money wheelchair and I bring them to South America. So you have to. This is main quality of Kenyan athletes. I think they are humble, they're simple persons. They enjoy what they do, and they know that if they get success, that success will be becoming prosperity for family. So that's what I always tell to the guys. Hey guys, don't get crazy when you win a race and feet on floor all the time. So don't spend money in things that are useless, like a TV or car, whatever. Just, make investment for your family.
Yeah. Amazing. That's really great from Santiago Sanz, and I think they've had that and they are going to do better, as you told them. You've came here in order to to at least feel the training in Kenya and at least to monitor the athletes you coach here. And do you think you've achieved, now that you'll be living in this weekend, do you think you've achieved what you came for? What is the achievement?
Achievement is...
Yeah, you coming to Kenya.
Yeah, because the main goal for this camp was that they really understand all what is on paper. Yeah. It's not easy to understand, for instance, even strength exercises in the gym. Yeah. We do strength exercise to determine the speed. It's not about slow speed. It's about we do to determine the speed. So you cannot teach that if you are not in the gym, no? Where is the complex? So then there are so many things that they have to understand. So as part of everything is set, they are ready to go. For me, this is the point, the inflection point, starting when we finish here this camp. Because now they can follow program with no doubts. They can just understand everything. Any doubt is just discussed in the group. And I mean, for now everything starts. For me, it's the point zero. Because then we can say in 6 months, okay, we arrive here in 6 months. We arrive here in 3 years. It's about that. It's complex to follow a program from a coach of another country, because the coach is not there. So the training camp set the purposes of the program, and they understand. Great. And even the coach know a lot of things. For instance, this morning I went to train to Singore, because you have to know what is in Singore. Yeah. You know?
How was the experience in Singapore?
It was good. For instance, yesterday we went to Kaptuli, because I have to know how is Kaptuli. Because they name Kaptuli, but I don't know what is the cause. So if we want to set, for instance, a far leg, I have to have in my mind how is that course.
Yeah, how
it's not easy to put that on a paper. You have to understand what is that athlete reality. Otherwise, training becomes something impersonal.
Great. So we've heard a lot from you in your career life, and maybe if I just I ask you, what other things do you do apart from athletics? Yeah, back at home, and maybe your hobbies?
Yeah, I like to spend time with my family, and I like to read books. I have a Twitter about sport physiology, based more in altitude training and cardiocirculatory responses. I'm writing a book. I'm finishing it here in Iten. I have been writing for the last 3 years.
Oh, you're writing a book?
Yeah, so just finishing it now. I finished now.
What is the name of the book?
The book is going to be named Diary of a Warrior Dreamer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I would love to read.
So it's about my diary. When I was in my last 2 professional seasons, and then the season after retired as a professional athlete. So yeah, it's about my daily experiences and the differences that I have met in sociocultural behaviors totally different to where I was born, that is in Spain. So I have been written it in Peru, in USA, in Japan, here in Kenya. So it's something it's a project of life.
Yeah, and somebody will be asking, this guy Santiago Sanz from Spain, maybe they are watching you for the first time and they are asking themselves, why is he this energetic? He is happy. He has achieved a lot. What do we need to know? Why? They might be asking themselves, why is he happy this much? Because you are happy, you just, and somebody might be crying of small things, but for you, you are happy the way you are. Tell them something.
I think life is a marathon.
Great.
So you have to be ready to run every day. Because the time that you finish running, you die. I mean, it's about, if you don't have goals, perspective in life,
Yeah.
you are not motivated to keep fighting in life.
Yeah.
You will have problems, you will have nice experiences, but you have to be motivated to discover new things in life.
Yeah.
That's my perspective.
Great. Pain is inevitable, and suffering is optional. It's a common saying, but I also found this on your website.
Yeah.
And Santiago's website is santiago's.com, santiagosanz.com, right?
Yeah.
You can follow him and see more about him there. And I found that phrase there, and you can tell us, why is it there? Why did you intended to put it there?
Because when I was running marathon,
Yeah.
I feel my legs, so the chair is so uncomfortable. The racing wheelchair is very uncomfortable. So you have to consider that I stay in that position for 2 hours, even 2 hours where, we are not playing in a marathon, we go fast from the beginning.
Serious, because it's competitive.
So yeah, it can be really painful at all. About suffering is optional. That means that you can go slower, you can go harder or easier, but pain will be there because marathon is 42K. Marathon is a human effort, and I don't know any marathon runner, even people who does marathon in 5 hours, who will tell you, hey, I feel my legs good, or I feel my arms good. So it's about a human challenge.
Yeah. So London Marathon is one of the 6 marathon majors in the world, and here Santiago Sanz won the wheelchair marathon in 2014. That time when Wilson Kipsang broke the world record, right?
Yeah.
And you won that. What did you feel when you won the
It was
London
nice.
Marathon? London Marathon is not a joke.
No.
It's a big race. And how did you feel?
So it was a good marathon because I was with the other guy till 27K. We were side by side. Then London is kind of up and down marathon with many turns. So I just took off by 27K. And London Marathon record was in my class was like 2 hours flat. And I did 1:58.16 that year. So it was a new course record. But London Marathon is nice because it's not an easy race. There are so many turns. For instance, Boston is for wheelchair is tough because there are a lot of hills, but it's more comfortable considering not many turns.
We have Santiago Sanz. We have been with him here, telling us amazing stories about his life, his athletics life, and many, many more. It is another time that we get to live at there, because I can see my time is over being here today. We've been coming to you from Kelu Research Center, and thank you for being with us. It's a high time we get to stop there. See you next weekend. Have a nice time. My name is Alex. Goodbye.